Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to this week's spiritual reading. Timing doesn't really matter. Whenever this stumbles upon you, there's a message for you. These are messages that have more to do with reflection work and spiritual healing. We tap into different religions, different energies, and messages of guidance. So if you are bi-religious or open-minded or just wanting to heal, or here for I don't even know what reason, let's stick around and see why. You might want a pen and paper, because, like I said, this is for people who actually want to do the work. Alright, so I had a couple of messages coming through when I tapped into your, and always this is the collective healing candle, so go ahead if you have prayers, intentions. It is for you guys' healing, protection, connection, and blessings. I love you all so much. If you haven't considered subscribing, I would. I try and do a lot for my fam. Alright, so for some of us here, there was a time, it was your worst or darkest day. Darkest day, time, whatever. For some of you, this was like a one-day event, and then for others, this was like a month-long something happened, and you were like, had to go through it, and you feel like God wasn't there. And that is completely normal to feel that way. And God's just saying, I was there. Just ask me to show you. Ask me to show you how I was there with you, please, because I promise you I was. Alright, and then there is somebody else who is having a hard time in life right now, or they're going through the actual shadow work. It's dual again. And Spirit is saying, please go easy on yourself right now. You need to show yourself so much more love for what you have accomplished, what you are doing, your growth. Love yourself unconditionally, because that is the way that I love you. I already know the stuff that happened, and I think you are wonderful. So Spirit just wants you to love yourself a little bit more. I don't know who needs to hear that. I am going to move this. So if you need to concentrate more energy, I do post a picture of it in the community tab, so you can take as long as you want. Or if you're one of those, like, in the moments, feel free to pause. Alright, Spirit, what would you like us to reflect on this week? What do we got for this break? There we go. Oh, there's some pencil. I'm very old school. That was a pencil. Justice. Ooh. Balancing our lives. Justice being called in the situation. Some of us may be dealing with actual authority. Let's see, though. It'll clear up. I'm sorry, loves. Let's do this real fast. So my hand gets all up near the thing, and then it's like, your big beaver her. Alright. Where's justice? We're going this way, my bad. There we go. Justice. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because He has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, to let the oppressed go free. Luke 4:18. The idea of justice often calls to mind the righting of wrongs. I will not be reading the whole thing, don't worry. I post the pictures in the community tab. We'll skip to the reflections in a second. The idea of justice often calls to mind the righting of wrongs and the punishment of people who do bad things. Holding scales for the weighing of evidence and a sword with which she wields her authority. The traditional figure of justice depicted in the White Smith deck does speak to this popular view. Justice as a Christian virtue, however, is something different and deeper. In the Gospels, Jesus tells his disciples that the greatest commandment is to love God and to love our neighbor. For Christians, this is justice. And we're going to skip through the reflections. This is not to preach Christianity. Like I said, we've got multiple religions. And if that's not the homie you get down with, pick the one you do. Reflections. Do you think of justice as primarily private or social, and why? Do you think of justice as a virtue of connection or of detachment, and why? What ideas come up for you when you reflect on the idea of justice? Are they rooted more in love or in punishment, and why? Who are your neighbors? How can you care for them today? Christian justice. Loving our neighbors as ourselves necessitates a change in how one lives. What are some small and tangible ways you can change your life in order to better practice the virtue of justice? Some of us need to be more neighborly. Reflect on your ideas of Christian justice. For you, do Christianity and justice feel opposed or intertwined? In what ways? And like I said, I will post these for you in the picture thing. And we will get this cleared up more for you now that we're going to jump into more. All right. Charlie, what you got for us? What's going on? Baffa. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, Kali brings grace and freedom from negative patterning and stubborn mindsets, resistant to change. Now is a powerful time for a spiritual work and healing practice. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it. The storm shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. Some of you might be in deep spiritual throes right now. If you're doing shadow work or if you've gone on your dark night, it can be a thing. If you ever need somebody to talk to, feel free to message me on here or comment. Like I try to get back to people, I promise. I've been good so far. Ooh. Let's get into the Buddhist advice. Listen, every church like throws me out. You know what I mean? So if you don't get welcomed at church, you're welcome here, baby. They didn't like me very much when I brought up more than one thing. Tranquility. Tranquility is an antidote to restlessness and worry. Tranquility is the soothing factor of mind that quiets the disturbances. It is felt as peacefulness in both the mind and the body. With tranquility, the nervous system calms down. Tranquility is soft, effortless, and peaceful. It is a state of not needing anything more. Sometimes calm and tranquility may feel like boredom. Notice when the mind reaches for something to stimulate it. Nature can be very tranquil. When a mind is tranquil, a natural geniusness, honesty, and freedom from duplicity are present. And I believe that's what we got last week. So somebody's still struggling to actually do the whole tranquility thing. That's how you're going to bring this balance. You're trying to bring spiritual balance into your life, and Spirit's all for it. It might be awkward at first, but everything's awkward the first time. Dude, remember your first time? Right? Like, everything's awkward the first time. When I find myself in a state of excitement, agitation, or distraction, I recognize this as my mind without tranquility. May I develop calm through relaxing and settling into my present experience. I'm sorry. The list gets worse the drier my mouth gets. Give me a second. When my body relaxes, my mind becomes stable and experience tranquility. Cultivating a calm and balanced mind, I can find composure in the midst of difficulty. You can learn how to do this in our work. Some of you just, I know I've said it before, and everybody else is like 5 minutes of meditation. Set a timer. A 5-minute check-in never did you any harm. But ignoring it has probably led you to some real shit places in life. And now I'm going for the water. That was like a huge gulp. I don't know if you heard it, but it was... Alright. What's the Gita got? Last week the Gita was trying to say bring this balance in. And I hardly remember them. The Spirit's wanting me to... Somebody watched last week still hasn't done anything to try and bring any more spiritual balance into their life. And Spirit's like, I'm not telling you anything less. Like, you need to... Doubting soul. Ugh. These ones are so gorgeous. They really are. I'll say it every time probably. So sorry. I love the artwork. And if you're trying to learn the Gita, like, I highly recommend this. This deck. Which one of these? Chapter 4, verse 40. But the ignorant and faithless person who doubts the truth will forever be lost. The doubting soul is happy neither in this life or the next. Someone's really struggling to tap into having faith or religion right now. And it's like, don't pick religion. Pick faith and spirituality. Religion's like how-to manuals in different languages. Like, just... And they're all really supposed to be used together. The book got broken apart. Bible's not even complete. I don't know. But Spirit had me pick one of the Work Your Light ones this week. So, somebody needs to tap a little bit more into their light. What do you need to hear, baby? We're gonna do 3. We're gonna do 3. Okay. Mintaken. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I really do have at least one in my collective. I don't know if they're currently watching it right now. It kind of feels like they might be. But they doubt this about themselves. Like, if you are who you are. You're connected and here to bring more light out. It's not an easy path, babe. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. That might be why you're afraid to do this. Inner temple, devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. God's guiding you. I can feel it in my heart. Where you feel it in your heart. You know what I mean? You've got gifts, boo. And like I said, if anybody's got questions, I won't hold back. I won't be like, oh, why do you? Dang. But once you start working on your spiritual gifts, that's a different thing depending on what they are. And you gotta be ready to protect yourself doing it. Firsthand, I can tell you what happens if you do not. My family can vouch for that shit. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. Just ask Him to be with you the whole time and you're going to be okay. Her, them, universe, whatever you want to pray to. Surrender. Yes, Spirit keeps asking you to do this. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest. To stop trying to control the whole universe. Divine timing. Expansiveness. Yes, some of us are really tapping into this. And I'm so proud. I love my collective. Yay! I love you guys. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Someone might be afraid to go through their ego death, which is a lot of part of the shadow work, and it's worth it. Where did that person always lead? How much did you really know? How good did you do when you were in control? Let's face it. Like, just be honest with yourself. Like, that's the hardest part. Like, oh damn, I was like, I'm gonna, and I really just fucked it up, didn't I? All right, what stones are gonna help y'all? Diamond. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Peridot. Life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. Because every situation has both. Shadow work. In perspective, it goes into both. Dang it. Somebody's really doing both, though. Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. And I have someone here who's like, how can I do that when I don't even know if I have a faith? That's the point here. Why don't you have faith? You're the one who needs to sit there and be like, God was with you in those times. Always. And trust me, I can go through things that have happened to me in horrible times where it's like, dude was right there. I can tell you exactly what feeling told me, no, don't do that. And I was like, oh no, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm going to pick a couple yoga poses, and as I always say, somebody already I'm going to click off for yoga. Maybe I should save it for last. People are so to move their bodies. That there should full bow. And do it to however you can do it. You can just get a couple in a day. I do have to start doing these posts in the morning with you guys again, because I'm not going to lie, I've been slacking on my yoga a little bit. I won't lie. I don't slack it. This is plow. Like I said, do it to the level you can do it. And they're usually recommended to do like 2-3 times. See, not all of them are torturous. But those are going to be the best positions to get the energy moved out of your body for you for this week. Ooh. And I'll show you gate 2. That's a good one. Alright. Let's get your affirmations. And I always recommend saying these at least 3 times in the mirror. To yourself, facing your left eye. That's your soul eye. And really say it. Try and believe it. And then you will. And if you don't like these affirmations, sit down with yourself and ask Spirit, what do I need to work on this week? Come up with 3 of your own. I'm connected and abundant, or whatever the heck you need. You know what I mean? As a general, I allow myself to slow down and rest deeply. Some of us have been working too hard, not taking this pause. Wellness is my natural state. Someone needs to define what wellness means to them too. Because you're off balance in life. You might be good in this area, but you're lacking in this one, or that one, or multiple ones. Just reflect for a sec. Try saying that one, and then see how you're off balance in life. I choose nourishing foods and beverages out of love. So this might be needing to balance our diets. I am a sensual being connected to all that is around me. I said, bringing balance into all areas of our lives. Don't ignore your sensual energy, sexual energy. Alright. We got a couple of prayers. Oh, and I did. This is my personal prayer deck. I actually finally finished getting it transferred onto cards for you guys. Did you do that again? I sure as shit did. I'm done. I got a new nail glue, and I swear, them popping. And I'm just finishing that. So if you're the viewer who gets really antsy about missing fingernails, take a deep breath. We're going to be okay. This is how we grow in life. Face your trauma. 74. God, I am blessed to co-create with you. Thank you for helping me create my best life possible. Amen. That's what Spirit's trying to do for you right now. 66. God, please help me see the beauty of others. We're all beautiful flowers in your garden. Even the weeds are flowers too. Amen. So if you're struggling to deal with somebody, realizing that everybody's beautiful in their own way. They may not be like you. They may not think like you. But they're just beautiful how they are. And if you can't see that, ask for God to show you. Let me see them the way you do. Because God created that person thinking they were beautiful. "26. God, please remind me to pray and to pray for those I love. If you don't, get in your spiritual life in balance. Game changer. Set an alarm on your phone. I literally have an alarm that goes off every day. It says morning prayers. Ephesians 6. Yeah, 6:14. That's the only one I'll be able to tell you guys. Seriously. Alright. Oh, we didn't do that one. That's right. Oh, that's why I'm confused. I grabbed this one, but we didn't grab... Did we? No, we didn't grab the Bible this time. Oops. My bad. Told you I get kicked out of every church. Ooh, it was upside down. The sin that wasn't. Story 56, Matthew 4. And I actually don't know this one. So, if you look it up, you want to summarize it for me, I'll try and look it up. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's not running off the bat. You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. And that's the thing. Connect to God on your own way. That doesn't, you know what I mean? Don't get stuck in everybody else's pictures. Have your own. That's yours. So. More than a slave. Story 99. Philemon. I don't know what, I feel like this is for the one person is, Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. Nobody's above anybody else in this world. So I was coming through with that one. You might be very judgmental of people right now. I might have a very judgmental viewer right now, and it's like, you need to learn tolerance. Who the hell said you know it all? I don't know it all. I just know some stuff that works for me that I like to share with people. And I encourage people to find more out. And when you find out more, share with me. That's how you help each other grow. The Lord your God will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. For a lot of us, remembering that he didn't. Ugh. I don't know if I want to go how far into my history with this, but when I tell you, dark shit. Man never left me. They left me. Whatever. Somebody gets so hung up on the whole male preference, and it's like, ugh, male and female. Ooh, whatever. I love my viewers. Alright, I hope this helped you guys in some way or fashion, and I hope to see you at another reading in the future. I love you so much, guys. Bye.